Welcome to Matilaha Middle School. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're here. We are officially a middle school for the 2019-2020 school year. I know that we talked about it for the whole year, and now it's a reality. 8th graders, I really need you guys, okay? 8th graders, I need all of you to be on the same page. You guys know the expectation. You guys know what it takes. You guys know how to be successful here in Matilaha Middle School. I'm counting on each and every 8th grader this year to become a role model. Become a role model for the younger students. Like I said, I need you, Ms. Piquet needs you, your teachers need you, we're counting on you. I know it's a lot of pressure, but we can do this. We can do this together, okay? Plus, I have a little surprise. Up in the office, as you guys know, Ms. Piquet is up here along with myself. But this year we're bringing somebody else as well, okay? And that is someone that is very familiar to all of you, the one and only Mrs. Holden. And there is Ms. Holden. Say hello to Ms. Holden. Okay? She's going to be helping us up in the office. So she's going to be there to support us in this transition. So with that said, let's go ahead and have the best year ever here at Matilaha Middle School. Okay? Now you're watching this video during the advisory. So let's talk a little bit about advisory. Advisory. This year we're super excited to have this advisory period, which is going to happen every single day of the week with the exception of Wednesday. The advisory is going to be 20 minutes in length. We're also going to be using a program called Second Step, and this is a program that we're going to be using to help us with the lessons of the advisory. It's going to happen right after fourth period, right before lunch. And the advisory is going to be like having your own little team here on campus. And you know, every team needs a mascot. So we're going to go through the process of choosing a mascot. And before we do that, though, it is very important for all of us to establish some ground rules and expectations for this advisory. The rules and expectations for the advisory are really not any different than the expectation that you would have in a classroom. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So let's talk about some of the ground rules for advisory, the expectation that we're going to have for every student. You got to be respectful. You got to be respectful of yourself. You got to be respectful of your teacher. And you got to be respectful of your peers in this advisory class. Remember, the advisory is there for you. Be attentive. Try to participate as much as you can. We really want you to benefit from this program, and the more you participate, the better it's going to be for yourself and the class. Also, if you have a question, very respectfully, you got to raise your hand. Don't blur out the answers. Your teacher might have some additional expectations for this advisory, but I like to reemphasize that it's for you. The advisory will benefit you, and we want you to try to participate as much as you can. So now is the time for your class to choose a mascot. For example, here at Matilaha, we are the Matilaha Eagles. So work with your teacher and the rest of your class to choose a mascot that's going to represent your class for the rest of the school year. Okay? Mr. Eagle says, have fun with it. Right, Mr. Eagle? See? Enjoy. So now you're going to work with the rest of your class to come out with a mascot. The mascot can be anything, so be creative on what or who you want to use to represent your advisory. Everyone's input is going to be very important for this part, and your teacher is going to have the final decision on who or what, again, you guys want to use as a mascot to represent your advisory for the rest of the school year. For this activity, your teacher is going to break down the class into groups of 4 or 5. Once you get in your group, one piece of paper per group, and then we need somebody in your group to be in charge of writing the things that every group member has in common. So the goal is to get 5 things that everybody in your team, in your group, have in common. So for example, perhaps everybody in your team plays basketball, so you will write that down, that they play basketball. Perhaps you guys have other siblings, so you will write that down. So the goal again is to get 5 things that every group member in your group they have in common, and be ready to share that with the class. Okay? Enjoy and have fun with it.